And a very good morning to you all from Oslo in Norway. Today we're going to be flying to Stockholm in Sweden, and we'll be flying as Norwegian Air Shuttle 822 Bravo, or Nordic 822 Bravo as the call sign is. So right now we're parked at gate number 178, or stand 178. I think it's a gate 178. So we'll be taking 180 passengers, and right. And it's a short flight, not very long, short haul. What do we have here? Okay. Right. There's no ATC around here. It's not a very busy airport today. So let's get into the cockpit. Alright. First things first. Oops, it's not doing this. Tablet failed to load. Give me a minute, guys. I'll just it happens sometimes. Let me load it again. Let me just fix this. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And I think I have a bandwidth issue today. I'm getting a warning on OBS Studio. Right. So right. So let it be. I'm using AV1 encoding, so I think I need a higher bandwidth for that. So right, let me just change that if I can. If I can change that. Okay, let's see. Is this better now? Right, let's get on with it. So the tablet, electronic flight bag, import the SIMBRI flight plan. Oh yeah, I have to connect to Vatsim also. Connect again. Right. Right, sorry about this. Getting things done. Okay. Request data. Here we go. Oslo to Stockholm. And here's our operational flight plan. Cost index of 35. We'll be flying at 27,000 feet. And right. Where's the load sheet? Passengers 180, cargo is, payload is 1906. Where's the cargo? Cargo is 4.1. Cargo is 4.1. And fuel is 6.5. So that's nice. Right. And let's get on with the flows. It's been a long while since I last flew this aircraft. Thrust levers idle. Flaps up. Speed brake retracted. Chocks. Are the chocks set? Chocks are set. Okay. Right. We have GSX. And request fueling, request deboarding, additional services, request PMDG ground power unit. SS. Right. Chocks are set. Battery can come on now. But we don't have the ground power unit. So GSX doesn't work with the ground power unit. Doesn't work. Strange. Request the ground power unit. There it is, it's connecting. Right, battery on, hydraulic pump off, landing gear down, ground power available, so right, external lights, position steady, it's not dark outside, proceed to fire fault and up and fire tests. Extinguisher 1, extinguisher 2, alright. Emergency exit lights can come on. Next we have takeoff configuration warning test. Cargo fire system. Tested. Then we have gear pins, check in, manual gear extension door. Checked and closed. Right. Circuit breakers should be all in. And on the other side also. Come on, why isn't it letting me? Oops, the mouse. Okay. Right. So, flight recorder switch test, I'll do that in a minute. Let's get the refueling done.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Up we go.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
This for some reason doesn't work for me. Right. Passenger oxygen, crew oxygen, stability off. Fire has to nav. They'll align in around 15 minutes. And parking brake can come on.
Fuel truck is in position.
Okay.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Right. Hydraulic pumps can come on. And the brake accumulator pressure goes up. Where's the accumulator pressure gauge? There.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Alright. Let's go to the FMC. FMC. ARAC data is correct. Echo November Golf Mike. Gate 178. Next page, GPS. Done. Route. Request flight plan. And request flight plan. Alright, set fuel. Set payload. Set payload and select route. There we go, it's refueling. Route uplink ready. Route uplink loading. There we go. Route page number 1. Massive, the same as over here. Electronic flight bag. Yeah. And yeah, massive. Zulu 183. LTOC. Legpo direct to LTOC. It's the same. Right, activate. Now departure arrival. Departure. We're supposed to take off from runway 19 right. Runway 19 right. And massive. Oh, someone in the chat. Hi, where am I? You're just okay. Thank you for joining in, and have a good night, and sleep well, sleep tight. Right. Okay, now massive 6 Delta departure. Departure 19 right. Massive 6 Delta, and execute. Back to the route. Departure arrival, and arrival into Stockholm will be runway 26, LTOC to hotel, LTOC to hotel, ILS 26, and LTOC to hotel. Execute. Right, legs, check for discontinuity, fine. Right, route, arrival, route, perfect, descent, forecast, everything done. While it's loading, let's load the passengers, request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Right. Light switch. Tested.
Do you want to board crew?
Right.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Oh yes, we are. Here he is. Thrust. Okay, where was I? Light switch test. Light switch bright oxygen test.
Passengers boarding starting.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Right.
This way, please.
barrow minimums clock check. Nose wheels. Okay.
Hello.
1019.
May I see your boarding pass? May I see your boarding pass, please?
Kavak.
This way, please.
91019. 1019.
Good morning.
Right.
This way.
Next. Minimums 1500 feet is the standard. I'll do that later. Yaw damper on.
Hello. Welcome on board.
And since we have enough fuel and we've refueled,
Hello.
we could seat belts, auto, smoking. Right. And displays, various lights, crossfeed, check, crossfeed. Checked. Fuel pumps on. I'll turn on this one for the APU. And let's start the APU. Right. Fuel pumps on. Revealing over seatbelt signs on. Emergency lights guarded. Equipment cooling. Wiper. Bus transfer. Power switches. Galley on. Hydraulic pumps on. Different cabin altitude. Check. Cabin climate. Temperature. Temperature selectors. Recirculation valve auto. Left and right backs auto. Isolation valve open. Engine bleed both on. APU off. Then APU bleed off. When else APU bleed on. So APU generators are available. Okay. And APU bleed can come on. Right. Flight altitude is 27,000 feet, so set that. The landing altitude is like, let's go here, arrival, airport, and this is quite a confusing airport. Okay, got 3 different pairs of runways. 138, so we can do 150. 150, right. Depressurization mode auto, engine switches off, igniter as required. MCP setup. Right. Flight directors on. Cruise altitude. Alright, departure runway heading should be over here. Boarding completed, good. We are over here and we need to take off from runway 19 right, which has a heading of 1922 degrees. So onto the MCP 192 right. Fuel flow reset. Alright. Auto brake RTO. Speed brake retracted, flaps up, thrust idle, parking brake set, engine fuel switches off. Stabilizer trim up and guarded, overheat detector normal, radio setup. Do we have any ATC available? Not here. So we'll set up our radios accordingly. Unicom 122.8. Guard frequency 121.5. And Squawk 2000. Come on. Squawk 2000. Transponder mode to standby. Right. Squawk 2000, Navrad setup. I don't need any frequency to be tuned in right now. Squawk 2000 trim check, second radio data. Stabilizer trim guarded, light deck door auto. Stabilizer trim guarded, flight deck door auto. Panel brightness can go up. And right, Perfinet. Alright, let's go to the tablet. And we can go performance tool. 19er right. With AC on. Anti-ice off, import weather, calculate. So V speeds are 142, 144 and 148. Right, rating is takeoff, select the temperature is 50, flaps 5, acceleration height is 800 feet. So that's the acceleration height. So I'll have to do radio and I'll do 800 feet. Or should I do barrow? I can just add 800 feet to the ground altitude, to the airfield altitude. I'll just have to go back to the charts. Go 682 feet, so 800 would be 1482 feet. Right. 1482 feet. A bit more. There we go. 1482 feet. Minimum set. Engine fuel switches off, parking brake on. Okay. Perfect it on the MCP, on the FMC. Init ref, 0 fuel weight. We're going to be 270. Reserves, cost index 35. Fin rest plus alternate. Reserves is fin res plus alternate 3.1. Transition altitude 7000. Cruise winds. Top of climb, cruise winds 305 at 62 knots, and the temperature is minus 36, which matches, almost matches, right? Minus 36. 305 and 062. Right. And one limit. Selected temperature was 50. Rating was takeoff.
Oslo traffic, Iberia 9054. Line up and take off on runway 19 right.
91.8. Trim is 5.76. Trim 5.67, sorry. So 91.8, 91.8. Takeoff. Flaps 5. CG 5.67, 142, 144, 148. Matches exactly. There we go. V-speed setup. Perfinet and one limit takeoff. Trim set. Right. 5.67. Trim set, and MCP IS set V2, which is 148. 148. Right. IFR clearance request, there's no ATC for that. APU started, transponder alt off. Transponder can go to alt, repeating off. And APU on, ground power disconnect. Chocks removed. pre-flight checklist call. Shocks, turn on fuel pumps. Anti-collision light on, which is the beacon light. Remove the chocks. Sorry, ground operations. Release and remove chocks. That should get the stairs also disconnect. Oh, the stairs aren't disconnecting, okay. Ground connections. Okay. Air stairs, operate stairs. Let them remove. Right. Tow tug is connected. Let's move on to chart. We are going to push back and do a nose right. And on to kilo, kilo 1. Kilo 1 or kilo 2. And then on to kilo. And which one is this? Kilo. Is this November? November till Alpha 9. This must be Alpha. It can't be November. Is it November? I think it's November. This is Alpha. Alright. Let's see. Right. Recall check, electrical. And pre-flight checklist, oxygen tested. Navigation transfer and displays, which is a normal auto. Window heat on. Window heat on. Pressurization mode selector auto. And let's check the forward aft cabin. Pressurization mode selector auto. Flight instruments heading altimeter set. Parking brake set. Engine start levers cut off. Fuel pumps on. Right, pushback truck call request. Push and start. Oslo traffic, Nordic 822 Bravo, pushing back from gate 178. Oslo traffic.
Locking gear.
Okay, position 1, position 2, position F52. I'll have to have a look at the chart then. Position 1. I am going to, like, where's position 1, where's position 2? Facing east? No, I'll be facing west. So let's try position 1.
Release parking brakes.
Release the brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Left and right backs auto, APU bleed on, anti-collision light on, wheel well light off before start checklist. Before start checklist call. Engine 2 switch to ground. There we go. Engine 2. And 1 check, and 2 check to 25 degrees.
Set
percent.
parking brakes.
25% and 2. Fuel switch is on. Set parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Norwegian. Please may we have your attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. To avoid blocking your exit, please stow hand luggage in the overhead locker or beneath the seat in front of you. If you are seated in the front row or the row next to the overwing exits, please keep these areas clear during takeoff and landing. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flat metal tip into the buckle and tighten by pulling the strap. To unfasten, lift the flap and pull the ends apart. If there is a drop in cabin pressure, oxygen masks will deploy from a panel above your head. Remain seated and pull the mask down towards you to activate the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Pull the elastic band over your head and breathe normally. Adjust the mask by tightening the elastic band. Secure your own mask first before assisting your child, infant, or others. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft, 2 at the back, 2 at the front, and 4 exits over the wings. To open the overwing exit, pull the red handle down and leave the aircraft by sliding down the rear of the wing. To open the front and rear exit doors, pull the lever in the direction of the arrow. Escape slides will deploy from the base of all front and rear exit doors. If a slide fails to deploy, pull the handle to inflate the slide. Leave the aircraft by folding your arms across your chest and jump onto the slide in a sitting position. If there is a loss of electrical power, emergency path lighting on the floor will guide you to the exits. Your life vest is under your seat. In the unlikely event that the aircraft should land on water, remove the life vest from its pouch and place the vest over your head. Secure the strap around your waist and tighten by pulling the strap. Inflate the life vest at the exit by pulling both red tabs firmly downwards. The life vest can also be inflated by blowing into the red tubes on the front of the vest. A light is provided for attracting attention. If a life vest is worn by a small child, pull one tab only to inflate the vest.
Cockpit to
Smoking
ground.
is not
We have a
permitted
good engine
anywhere
start.
on this
You can
aircraft.
disconnect.
Passengers are
Unlocking
advised
gear.
that smoke detectors are installed in all the toilets. The use of electronic devices containing transmitters and receivers is not permitted, as they may interfere with aircraft systems. If your device has a flight mode, please activate it now, and then switch it off before takeoff. All other electronic equipment must be switched off when the fasten seatbelt sign is lit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now preparing for takeoff. Please ensure that your tray table is stowed, your seatbelt is securely fastened, your seat back is in the upright position with the armrest down, and your window blind is open. All safety information is shown on the safety information card located in your seat pocket.
Tow truck disconnected.
Thank you for your
Bypass
attention,
pin
and we
removed.
wish you a pleasant flight with Norwegian.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Right, flaps to take off position. Before taxi checklist call. Yep, he'll say have a good trip. Very good. Generators on, probeat on. Isolation valve, auto. It's an auto. Recall. Engine starts, which is continuous. Recall checked, no errors. Auto brake RTO. Engine start, levers idle. Idle attempts. Flight controls. Let's check the flight controls. Flight controls checked. Ground equipment clear. Taxi clearance. Okay. Right, we are over here. What happens to these charts? We're going to go to Kilo, November, and Alpha 9. Oslo traffic, Nordic 822 Bravo, taxiing to runway 19 right via Kilo, November, and Alpha 9. Oslo traffic. Okay, no taxi clearance because we don't have ATC. Taxi lights on. Where are the taxi lights? On. Strobe lights on. Taxi clearance request, runway turn off lights on. Taxi lights on, parking brake release, takeoff configuration warning check. Parking brake release. Released. Good. And takeoff configuration warning. No errors. Sorry about that. You can start the timer on the elapsed timer over here. We are going to go to November. Slow down. SID is massive 6 Delta. Take off and massive is this way. Women. Where's women? Right. Could taxi a bit faster. Alpha 9. So brake here. Alright, before takeoff, taxi lights can go off. Strobe lights on. Landing lights on. Auto throttle armed. LNAV on. Armed. Sorry. Transponder Tara. Takeoff clearance request. Okay. Also traffic. Nordic 822 Bravo. Lining up on runway 19 right. Also traffic. Right. Trust. Taxi lights on. Chrono start. Oslo traffic, Nordic 822 Bravo, departing runway 19 right. Oslo traffic. Alright, let's take off. 40% N1. Sorry, I can't look at the chart right now. I have a single monitor setup, so I'll have a look at the chart.
Oslo traffic, Delta 52, holding short runway 19 right.
Airspeed alive.
Delta 52 lining up runway 19 right.
He's landing at runway 19 right.
V1. Rotate. V2. Positive rate.
Okay. Okay, up speed. Oslo traffic, Nordic 822 Bravo, airborne. Oslo traffic.
Oslo traffic, Delta 52, departing runway 19 right.
Flaps 1. Flaps 2. Oh, sorry, flaps up. VNAV. Why? Why not VNAV? Why is VNAV not engaging? Let's go to 230.
Oslo traffic, Delta 52, airborne runway 19 right. Oslo traffic.
Oslo traffic, Scandinavian 721 taxi, holding point runway 19 right, Delta Victor November, Oslo traffic.
Why not? Okay, after takeoff, gear up, 10,000 feet. Okay, standard. Standard. IS as required, flaps as required, flaps up, gear up, and off, auto brake off. And then start switches off. Taxi lights can go off. Transitional barrel standard. After takeoff checklist call. VNAV on. VNAV is not turning on. I don't know why. Landing lights can go off. Start switches to auto. Come on, VNAV on. VNAV on. Why is VNAV not turning on? Okay, what's in the chat? Let me have a look. Sunrise ran Sun Aviation. Wow, this is amazing. He's going to take up. Oh yeah. Thank you for joining in, Sunrise. And I hope you enjoy your stay here. Ah, my performance. Ah, that's what was missing. A lot more work. Flaps up. Okay. Release the passengers.
The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. For your continued
Traffic
safety, we'd like you to keep your
721 lining up,
seatbelt fastened
one
at
hour
all
away.
times while seated. Thank you.
Give me a minute, guys. Alright, almost at the top of descent, top of climb. Thousand to go. Prepare for the descent. Sweden control, 127.555.
Scandinavian 754, proceed direct Tidvu.
Proceed direct Tidvu, Scandinavian,
Scandinavian 112, next sector is offline, frequency change approved. Bye-bye.
Frequency change approved, 112. Scandinavian 112, ha en bra dag.
Samma till dig, hej. Scandinavian 33 Papa, Copenhagen control is offline, frequency change approved. Bye-bye.
Frequency change approved, sir.
It's not this one. Right. Forecast. Charts, forecast, everything. So we're going to arrive at runway 26, ILS 26. Runway 26. By the L dock to hotel. Arrival. Star, L-Talk, Trina, L-Talk to hotel. Right, anything particular about this? Above 5,000 feet. right. And the approach will be ILS 026 right. So we have 26 right. Approach course is 250. 1110.1. ESA is the identifier. You have to be at 2500 feet at EGDAS. Decision height is 325. DA is 325 feet. Okay. Right. All right. Charts done. Star chart. Airport. We're gonna land at runway 26. We'll have to exit via X-ray 3. Alright, landing performance 26. Details, flap config 40, auto brakes 3. It's fine. 147. Star, wind. So let's go down to 2500. Let's set the heading bug to 92 FMC. Descent, forecast, request winds. Arrival 1015. And ISA deviation. ISA deviation. E03. Okay. Load. It's fine. Execute. 03. Execute. Descent done. And fix. Romeo Whiskey 26 /4 /10. Right, fix is done. Legs, LTOC, and EGDAS we have to vector ourselves. Navrad, set the Navrad in a minute. Navrad will be 110.1 110.1 110.1. We're descending now. 250. $250. And 391. Nav set, course set, arrival barrel setup, done. Minimum set, approach reference set. Approach reference, okay, minimum set. Minimums has to be set. 325. And we are descending. 325. Minimum set. Auto brake 3. Approach reference. Okay, we have like 4.5 tons of fuel. By the time we reach 0.3, 65.7, perhaps 40, 142, set in it, ref set, the winds, 13 knots. So we can do 147. Approach reference set, auto brake set. We can have descent profile. We are fine. Anti-ice, seatbelt signs. Oh yes, descent. PS announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now descending and preparing to land. Please ensure that your cabin bag is safely stored. Make sure your window blinds are up, seats are in upright position and your table trays are folded. Toilets are now off limits. Thank you.
One, 2, 6, 6, 5, 5. Stockholm approach 126 655. One, 2, 6 655.
Only 01 left, we are ready for departure. Scandinavian 9003, wind 10 degrees, 13 knots, runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, runway 01 left, Scandinavian 903 heavy.
Stockholm approach, Scandinavian 2901, we are ready for start and pushback.
Scandinavian 9001, pushback and start approved. Scandinavian 112, turn right heading 040.
Right heading 040, Scandinavian 112.
Ryanair 13, we are ready for push and start.
Ryanair 13, pushback and start approved. Push and set approve, Ryanair 13, thank you.
Stockholm approach, good morning. Nordic 822 Bravo, descending to flight level 25, passing flight level 195.
Nordic 822 Bravo, Stockholm approach, squawk 4742.
Squawk 4742, Nordic 822 Bravo. 4742.
2,500 feet for speedbird 786.
Thank you. Speedbird 786, turn right heading 080.
Turn right heading 080, speedbird 786.
Scandinavian 112, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1015.
QNH 1015, 4,000 feet for Scandinavian 112.
Nordic 822 Bravo, Stockholm approach identified. Cleared LTOC 4 Tango, arrival runway 26 and descend to flight level 100. Expect vectors for the ILS approach.
Descend flight level 100, and expect vectors to ILS runway 26, Nordic 822 Bravo.
Scandinavian 9003, Stockholm approach, identified 2,000 feet. Turn left heading 270 and climb to flight level 180.
Turn left heading 270, climb flight level 180, Scandinavian 903 Heavy.
Approach Nordic 822 Bravo. We are currently arriving via LTOC to Hotel. Do you want us to switch to LTOC to Tango?
Nordic 822 Bravo, you can turn left heading 050 and vector for this approach.
Left heading 050. Left heading 050, vector final approach, Nordic 822 Bravo.
Scandinavian 112, turn right heading 060.
060 for Scandinavian 112, thank you.
Stockholm approach, Scandinavian 2901, request taxi.
Scandinavian 2901, taxi to holding point, runway 01 left.
Taxi to a holding point on runway 01 left, Scandinavian 2901.
Okay, no problem. Right.
Windows 4064 vacated.
Right, we are ready to taxi. Right now, 13, taxi to holding point, runway 01 left. Taxi to 01 left, Ryanair 13, thank you.
Windows 4064.
Reynolds 4064, Stockholm approach.
Windows 4064, we'd like to taxi to stand.
Reynolds 4064, sorry for the delay, taxi to stand 12.
Taxi 12, Windows 4064, taxi again.
Canadian 112, turn right heading 090.
Turn right 090, Scandinavian 112.
Nordic 822 Bravo, turn right heading 080 and descend to flight level 70.
Turn right heading 080, descend to flight level 70, Nordic 822 Bravo.
Scandinavian 900 feet, proceed direct Korgab.
Proceed direct Kogab, Scandinavian 903 Heavy.
Speedbird 786, turn right heading 160.
160 right, Speedbird 786.
Right now 13. Wind 310 degrees, 13 knots. Runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff.
We have to take off runway 01 left, Ryanair 13.
Canadian 9003, no further to see. Frequency change approved. Have a nice flight, bye-bye.
Scandinavian 903, frequency change approved. Good day.
Speedbird 786, turn right heading 215, cleared for left approach runway 26.
215, clear for ILS, runway 26, Speedbird 786.
Canadian 112, descent altitude 2,500 feet, and turn right heading 0105.
Descend 2,500 feet, and what was the heading?
105.
Descend 2,500 feet and heading 105 for Scandinavian 112.
Right now 13, 2,400 feet identified. Climb to flight level 180, via seat.
Via seat, Ryanair 13.
Speedbird 786, turn right heading 275 to intercept the localizer.
Turn right heading 275, intercepting Speedbird 786.
Alarm approach, this is Swiss 74 Juliet, request time for clearance to Stuttgart with information Golf.
Swiss 74 Juliet, Stockholm approach, stand by, call you back.
Roger.
Nordic 822 Bravo, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1015, Nordic 822 Bravo.
Speedbird 786, descend to altitude 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, Speedbird 786.
Stockholm approach, Scandinavian 2901 on Holy Point or runway 01 left.
Scandinavian 2901, stand by, call you back. Speedbird 786, turn left heading 255.
255, Speedbird 786.
And Speedbird 786, confirm established. Canadian 112, turn right heading 160.
Speedbird 786, established on localizer.
Canadian 112, say again please, 2 stations calling.
Turn right heading 160.
Turn right 160, Scandinavian 112.
Nordic 822 Bravo, turn right heading 110.
Turn right heading 110, Nordic 822 Bravo.
Ryanair 13, turn left heading 315 due traffic.
Left 315, Ryanair 13.
Nordic 822 Bravo, descent altitude 2,500 feet.
Descent 2,500 feet, Nordic 822 Bravo.
Scandinavian 112, turn right heading 240.
240, Scandinavian 112.
Speedbird 786, wind 310 degrees 13 knots, runway 26, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26.
Scandinavian 29001, wind 310 degrees 13 knots, runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 01 left, Scandinavian 2901.
Ryanair 13, resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation, Ryanair 13.
Canadian 112, cleared for left approach runway 26, speed 180 knots until distance 6.
Speed 180, cleared ILS, runway 26, approach, Scandinavian 112.
Swiss 74 Juliet, clearance.
Yes, ready for clearance. Swiss 74 Juliet.
Swiss 74 Juliet, cleared Stuttgart, Nosli 5 Charlie departure, 5,000 feet, squawk 4301.
Speedbird 786 going around, unable to localize a failed.
Speedbird 786, cancel approach clearance, turn right heading 360, climb 3,000 feet.
Speedbird 360, Speedbird 786.
Switch 74 Juliet, cleared to Stuttgart through Nosli 5 Charlie departure, climb 5,000, squawk 4301.
Swiss 74 Juliet, redirect correct. Canadian 112, wind 310 degrees 13 knots, runway 26, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26, Scandinavian 112, tack så mycket.
Doesn't go.
Nordic 822 Bravo, turn right heading 160.
Turn right heading 160, Nordic 822 Bravo.
Ryanair 13, no further to see, frequency change approved. Have a nice flight, bye bye.
12.8, Ryanair 13, thank you.
Oh my, look at the winds.
Speedbird 786, turn left heading 180.
Turn left heading 180, Speedbird 786.
Nordic 822 Bravo, turn right heading 240.
Turn right heading 240.
Speedbird 786, turn right heading 360, or Speedbird 786, turn left heading 270.
270, Speedbird 786.
Canadian 29001, turn left heading 180.
Left 180, Scandinavian 2901.
Stockholm approach, 30786. Could we confirm the DME frequencies for runway 26?
Speedbird 786, I will give it up in a minute. Speedbird 786, turn right heading 050.
050, Speedbird 786.
Canadian 29001, Stockholm approach for 5,000 feet identified. Climb to flight level 180 and proceed direct to Peter.
Flight level 180, direct. Can you repeat direct, sorry?
Direct Peter.
Direct Peter, Scandinavian 2901.
And Scandinavian 29001, squawk 0576.
Squawk 0576, Scandinavian 2901.
Nordic 82 Bravo. Wind 310 degrees, 13 knots, runway 26. Clear to land.
Runway 26 clear to land, Nordic 82 Bravo.
Canadian 112 vacated runway 26.
Canadian 112, taxi to stand Foxtrot 28 left.
Stand Foxtrot 28 left, Scandinavian 112.
Canadian 29001, climb to flight level 180.
Flight level 180, Scandinavian 2901.
Come on, start the recording. Alright, let's land this aircraft.
Speedbird 786, approach altitude 2,500 feet, and the DME frequency is 116.000.
1,000.
Roger that, what? The DME is 116.000 and we'll descend to 2,500.
Speedbird 786, yeah, descend to altitude 2,500 feet, and QNH 1015. And correction, the correct DME for 26 is 110.1.
110.1, Speedbird 786.
Approaching minimums. 200 minimums.
Canadian 29001, contact Sweden Control 127.755. Have a nice flight, bye-bye.
Contact 127.75, Scandinavian 2901.
786, turn right heading 080.
080, turn right, speedbird 786.
Stockholm approach Finnair 2 Yankee, now descending to flight level 140, inbound Ronga. Stockholm approach Finnair 2 Yankee.
Finnair 2 Yankee, stand by, call you back.
Stockholm approach, Nordic 822 Bravo, vacated runway 26.
Nordic 822 Bravo, taxi to stand 16.
Stand 16, Nordic 822 Bravo.
Finnair 2 Yankee, Stockholm approach identified. Descend to flight level 70. Speedbird 786, turn right heading 160.
Turn right heading 160, speedbird 786.
Descend to flight level 070, Xelan 5 Tango, Finnair 2 Yankee.
Finnair 2 Yankee, proceed direct Ektas.
Direct to Egdas, Finnair 2 Yankee.
Speedbird 786, turn right heading 240.
240, speedbird 786.
And welcome to Stockholm, everybody. Sorry about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelts on until we reach the gate. On behalf of the airline and the entire crew, we would like to thank you for choosing to fly with us and hope to see you soon again. Thank you.
Speedbird 786 established on the local level.
Speedbird 786, wind 280 degrees, 18 knots. No, 8 knots. Runway 26, clear to land.
Runway 26, clear to land, speedbird 786. Arlanda approach, hello, Delta Numerals 237, descending flight level 110.
Delta Lima Golf 237, Stockholm approach identified. Descend to flight level 70 and expect vectors from Nilug for runway 26.
Descending flight level 070 and after Nilug expecting vectors for runway 26, Delta Numerals 237, thank you.
Signal to Yankee, descend to altitude 2,500 feet, QNH 1016.
Descend to 2,500 feet, 1016, QNH 1016, final to Yankee.
Arlanda, good afternoon. 24 Alpha information, hotel request IFR clearance to Helsingfors.
Signal to 4 Alpha, Stockholm approach, very good day, cleared to Helsinki, Torvey 5 Charlie departure, initially 5,000 feet, squawk 5673.
Clear to Helsinki, Torvey 5 Charlie departure, 5,000 feet, and squawk 5673, Finnair 24 Alpha.
Signal to 4 Alpha, read back correct.
And that's it, and now we can play the replays. We can disconnect from Vatsim. Stop the recording. Turn on all the lights. And load the replay file. Stop GSX. Fifth, 11th. It wasn't a good landing in any case.
Approaching minimum.
Alright, that was it. A short flight from Oslo to Stockholm, and the landing was a total disaster. Sorry about that. And until next time, take care. Bye bye. See you.